Hey, I want to do a quick sewing project with this bag. It's been in pretty good shape, but it has this double zipper for the main pocket, and one of the zippers broke real bad, so you can see the whole end came off, and so not really good. Can't really do it. And unfortunately, it's the one that goes up, which is kind of the one you need the most of. So what I want to do is take both of these zippers off and turn this one around to use it as the upward zipper and get rid of the other one, so it's just a single zipper, and that'll help the bag be a little more usable just in general. So let's get started. So the zipper goes all the way from the very bottom up to the very top. Makes sense, but you're gonna have to lose a little bit that if we cut the zipper off to be able to have a spot to pull them out. I could try unstitching it from a lot of different places, but that would be a lot of work and I'd have to do a lot of restitching, and so I'm looking for something that's a little bit easier. So I think what I'm going to do is cut a spot here at the bottom, because if I have to sew that all up so that the zipper can't go that far, that's really okay, because I never really liked unzipping it all the way anyway, because then the whole bag is kind of open, and if you have stuff in there, it's easy for it to fall out. So I really wouldn't mind if the bag zipper stopped about here. So I think what I'll do is I'll cut it across there, and then we'll take the zippers off, put them back on, make sure it looks like it's going to work, and then I'll show you how we're going to repair that. And I've got some ideas, but I've never done this before, so let's figure it out. So here's a little close-up. You can see both zippers are there, and I really want to take them both off somewhere down here. Let's see, I'll want them to, we'll need to be apart for this one going back up, so it's okay if I cut them apart there. I'll have to pull them apart anyway to get it turned around. Let's see, I think what I'll do is, I'm not using really fancy scissors because I don't really want to lose, I don't want to tear up my sewing scissors. So there, cut the zipper. So now what I can do is just take this one off. There you go. And I can take this one off. And then what I want to do is turn it around so it's going this way. I'm going to call that close enough. You can see those kind of line up. And now we just need to stitch up this hole, because now we've got a zipper that works the whole top section. So now we just need to cover this up. So here's what I'm going to do. I cut a small scrap of fabric, black fabric, just so it would match. And what I'm going to do is put that over this and then just basically stitch around it. I think I'm going to do some hand stitching to get it set, and then I might go back and use the machine, just depending on how well that works. And on the inside, I'm going to use another little piece to hold that there. So I'm going to open up the zipper a little bit. Obviously I need to keep this from unzipping, so I'm going to put a little clip on there. Now I can reach inside and kind of mess with it without worrying about it too much, and I'll get something kind of held in place, maybe use some stick pins and get that all covered up. So I'm going to try to get these zippers to close a little bit more so that the material's just a little bit closer together, and then let's go stitch it. Cue the time lapse. there you go. It's kind of hard to see with the black on gray on black, but you can see there's a little bit of fabric stitched over that gap, and there's fabric on both sides, and so it kind of stitches in there. The main thing is it stops the zipper from getting down to that point where it breaks open, and it covers up that little hole. It's not perfect in that you could bust through this zipper, and then there's really no way to close it without just kind of manually dealing with it, but that's less likely, especially as it's protected. And so now that this is hand stitched, I'm going to try to get this under the sewing machine and do a few more stitches kind of around that square just to reinforce it a little bit, because it'll be pretty quick with the sewing machine. So there it is, the bag's all done. You can see the zipper got turned around, the one that was good, and it's under this little flap, and it's only one of them now, so it zips up and down, and when it gets down to the bottom it hits that little piece of fabric that now has probably 100 stitches in it by now, and that means that that'll be held together real well. That'll prevent this zipper from going down too far, and makes the bag just a little bit easier to use, and now I don't have that broken zipper to worry about. So yeah, take old bags that you've got, and you can't really break them any more than they already are, so might as well try fixing them. And you can use the zippers from other places on the bag just by cutting it off and pulling those zippers off. Since there were two up there, it was really easy to take one off and flip the other around the way I needed it, and now it's just a single zipper, but that's all you really need, I think. And yeah, you can see I've modified this one, put a little piece of fabric on there so I can hang a little carabiner off there, things like that. Do you like modifying your bags? What do you like adding to your shoulder bags or day bags or whatever to make them more usable? Have you ever added stuff? I went back and I restitched up this D-ring one a little bit more so it'd be a little stronger, and I stitched over here so the strap could be used a little bit more. Yeah, this bag's pretty old, but it keeps working, and it's good enough for little day trips to the fair or wherever else you go. So I've got a little big text button from some time when I went to the fair. So yeah, pretty neat. Pretty neat. Stay safe, stay cool, work on your bags, wash your hands, get the vaccine, all that good stuff. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and have a good one.